Let me welcome in Rajesh Sharma, CMD at Ion Exchange. Rajesh, good morning and welcome to the show. From here
Yeah,
on,
good
what are
morning.
going to be the key triggers we should be watching out for? Because clearly, Q4 performance has been spectacular, and it's not only in one segment of business, but even, I mean, earlier when we spoke, I mean, we went through your accounts. The Sri Lankan project execution was one of the major reasons which was a positive in the fourth quarter. Uh, Good profitability in the chemical segment as well. Are we expecting this kind of performance to continue in the coming quarters as well?
God willing, yes, we will continue to grow at the similar pace in this current year. And overall, we expect, if everything goes well, about 50% growth over the last year.
Okay. So overall, if we are expecting a 50% growth to come in over last year, between engineering, chemicals and consumer products, which is the business that is expected to drive growth? And do we see any revenue mix changing? Because right now, almost more than 56% of your 50% of your revenues come in from the engineering business. Are we expected to see traction picking up in the chemical as well as the consumer product business as well?
It will be certainly largely driven by the engineering business, but we also expect good growth in the chemical business. This year we grown about 18 to 20%, and similar growth we expect the next year as well. And there is certain improvements which have taken place in the last 2 quarters in the consumer product business, and that also is on the upswing.
Right. Apart from that, Rajesh, with regards to water treatment as well, how big an opportunity is that? And recently, now that the government has taken, consonance of the situation and they are working towards where availability of water goes, do you think that's something which is going to be a great opportunity for your company?
Yes, certainly. Government has taken a lot of initiatives in the last couple of years, starting from Namami Ganga, Amrit, smart cities, now Jal to home, Nal to Jal. I mean, just these are all initiatives which would drive good opportunity for the water industry as a whole. And certainly we are also going to get benefited with this great opportunity. We are pursuing certain projects, and hopefully they will fructify in coming months.
Okay. Rajesh, beyond that, if you see in terms of where the Sri Lankan project goes, uh, last when we spoke, I mean, you've done a cumulative invoicing of almost around 344 crores at the end of the fourth quarter, and you had mentioned that 900 crores is something which was still balanced. Are we expected to do the entire 900 odd crores in FY20 itself?
Bulk of it will go through, but there will be certain residual which will go in the next year.
Okay. And in terms of the order pipeline as well, where does it stand?
Overall, I think we have close to about 1800 crores of order bank.
And what is the bid
And
pipeline looking like?
a large, it's about 6,000 crores of inquiries on which we are working, and generally the hit ratio is anywhere between 15 to 20%. So it's a quite a healthy inquiry bank, and market opportunity is very huge, but certainly we are a bit choosy and conservative. So from that angle, this is the focused business on which we are working.
In terms of international business, almost around 30% of your revenues right now come in from the international business. Do you think going ahead, there is going to be higher concentration with regards to international business, and as a pie, your international business contribution will increase vis-a-vis the domestic business?
Certainly, our international business is growing very well, and we have a focus on this to grow this business. We are present in Southeast Asia, Middle East, and African market. Our chemicals, specifically the resins, are exported to US and Europe, So, all these markets we have been able to develop a good inroads, and that is a good sound base for us to grow in the coming years. So, I think international business, if everything goes well, in coming years we should be doing at least 50% of our turnover from the international business.
Right. And overall, in terms of the dividend distribution strategy as well, clearly, if you go to see where does it stand right now? Because yes, we've seen an increase from 35% to 45% already. But again, we've not been majorly capital intensive. Is there a possibility of an improvement in your dividend distribution policy, or we will continue to remain conservative?
Well, it all depends on the overall profitability of the company and the cash flows available. So, from I'm sure if we make more profits, we should be able to give higher dividends.
Okay. And very lastly, in terms of other clients as well. Now, you have major clients like RIL, IOC, JSW, BHEL, Mitsubishi. Uh, any further client additions that
Yes.
we can expect in the coming years?
Well, our client profile is pretty varied. It starts from a very small or you can say institutional or commercial establishment like a hotel or a corporate office to a power plant or a nuclear power plant or a municipal corporation. So, we try and cater to all the segments, largely because we feel that we are a technology company and we should be able to provide solutions to all the segments, whether it is home, industry or communities.